Oh shit. I don't remember what I was talking about, but well. Aiming on. Look who's back. Aiming on. Oh shit, my battery. It's about to go out. Yo, look, it's not me. Look. The light just won't work. Ah, fuck. Go. What? Oh, okay. Alright. Perfect. Okay, cool. Okay. And let's get that battery. Hey everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood Rez, and today I want to get a little into INFJ functions, because I'm kind of annoyed if I'm being really honest with myself. Like, I recently just saw this video from Frank James about how to motivate yourself, and there was this one thing that he said that really grinded my gears, and it was about how, you know, you have the NI, right, and it has all these grand ideas, but then right after you got this FE that's like taking in opinions from everybody else. And because, you know, sometimes all we really want is validation for the idea, we won't follow through. And so that just reminded me of all the different things that go into being an INFJ, and the fact that I'm just gonna go into it. So you got your NI. It's sitting on top. It thinks it knows everything. It has a rich inner world that it likes to partake in. Doesn't really want to fuck with people like that. It really just wants to, you know, be. NI wants to be taking in everything that is and forming it into patterns, right? Patterns that will be true no matter where you go. Kind of like how the universe itself, it can be all boiled down to like one specific line of logic that applies to everywhere all across the universe. So INFJs specifically want that type of process for ourselves, but the problem is we're not our own universe. So we get tripped up by like the fact that we're in, you know, the universe, but we kind of feel like we're our own universe. And then on top of that, we've got all these ideas that we want to do, but it's in our head and it's complicated, and it's just I want to do actual work. I'm kind of lazy, if I'm being fucking honest. Like, I just like I kind of just like thinking of stuff and like feeling it all the way through, and like that causes me to write a lot of songs that never get written down or recorded. Like, whoop-de-doo. I'm kind of waiting for one of those machines where like they can just plug me up and like, you know, it just goes. It'll just record everything right straight from your mind. Like, that's the shit I'm waiting on, man. That's what I need. I'll be hooked up to that thing all day long, just recording every, you know, as fun as that sounds, that wouldn't be a good idea, because I would never get anything done, because I would never be faced with the fact that I need to be doing something, taking the steps to be like actually producing something in the real world, not just in my head. So you got all that going on in your NI. And then right below that, you got FE. F motherfucking E. Just all these opinions from everybody around. All these feelings. All these thoughts. The whole thing is kind of a little bit invasive. You know, I honestly do feel sometimes that I'm being intruded upon whenever my mind brings up oh, this person thought this. This person, thought this about this. Like, who cares? Like, who gives a damn about what that other person thought? Like, I'm doing what I want to do right now. Like, who cares about all these other opinions? Like, I'm almost forced, because I have this FE, I can't just shut it off. Or, like, I guess I could temper it, but that happens over a lot of time. You have this FE, so you kind of forced to interact with it, and it interacts with all of your other functions and kind of messes stuff up, because like it feels like you can never really get anything done because you're too worried about all the opinions of all these other people who don't have anything to do with you, for real, for real, for real. If you're being honest with yourself, completely, totally honest with yourself, you'll realize that other opinions don't really matter that much. But because you've got the FE, you automatically take them into account, and that can slip you up, mad slip you up. But it's something to work on. And then after that, you got your TI, and basically the TI is just like the FE and the NI fighting a lot of the time. Like the NI and the FE going like this. We have to figure it out. We can find the balance between what I want and what everybody else wants. I can do it. I can do it. It's like that kind of attitude. Like, you can't do it. Like, or at least like the majority of the time, you can't do it. You can't make everybody happy. There has to be some type of compromise between what I want and what everybody else wants. Obviously, no, there's not. Sometimes, some of the time, but nowhere near always. Like, get in the habit of doing things yourself. You have to just do what makes you happy, and hope that, other people get some benefit out of the fact that you did what you wanted to do. Because like, you can only ever please one person. And then, right, you got your SC. And the SC is basically a scared little child that never wants to come out. Like, I don't want to go out and see nobody. I don't want to go out and see nobody new. I just want to stay up in my house and be cool. But that is a recipe for disaster. Like, my thing is, like, why does the INFJ personality type even exist? That's where I'm coming from. Because the first three functions, the way they are stacked, basically sets you up to have some type of mental illness. Basically sets you up to be mentally ill to some degree. And it's like, the only thing that's keeping us from that is the SE. And even then, if you're not engaging your SE enough, you will become mentally ill. Like, it's just kind of how it goes. Just kind of how it goes. Like, it's like, you know what I mean? SE, it's important. It's important. You cannot just rely on your first three functions. I know you want to really, really badly, but you need that last one. It's important. It's gonna keep you from going crazy, because if you completely shut it out, the machine that you've been building, if you were to completely shut out SE altogether, your machine would implode. And then what? And then what do you do, right? So SE is important. You can't plan everything. You gotta get in there and do shit. You gotta be actually doing the things that you want to get better at. Like, I know it hurts. I know it hurts. Whoa, don't start crying. That's a little uncomfortable. So that's my complaint. Those are my complaints about the INFJ personality type and the fact that I have to deal with that shit. But it's me. As much as I some days don't appreciate the way that my brain, has decided to function, I guess, in the end, it's me. That's who I am. That's me. So it's my responsibility, or our responsibility, to accept the way that our brain works, and try to work it from there. Do the best that you can with what you got, basically. Like, And the best that you can do as an INFJ is to be constantly, constantly, constantly. We're not constantly. Like downtime is necessary, but you know, as much as you can, or as much as you think is necessary, be engaging that SE. Go out and do stuff. Make sure you're actually doing stuff in the real world, because if you're not, one thing that I think a lot of INFJs get like tripped up on is the fact that like, because we feel like we're, you know, because it kind of feels like we are, you know, all of what we see sometimes. So we get confused, like we think we're actually doing something, but we're not, you know, because in order to be doing something, you have to be engaging with it with all of your body. So if you're holding yourself back, or you're distracting yourself from what you think you need to do, like any of that, you know, things are gonna go south. I'm just saying. Your brain will try to trick you into believing that you're living a full life when really you're just living in some imaginary world in your head. And not, you know what I mean? Just, you're not engaging with the real world. I know I said all that other stuff before about how like the function set us up to have a mental illness and all this stuff. But to be fair, everyone has their strengths and their weaknesses. The SE is just our weakness. We must conquer it. That's just a part of life. So, yeah, no big deal. Don't think about it too much. Really, really though. Like, stop all that thinking. But yeah, I basically said all I wanted to say, so I guess I'll see you guys later. Bye. Drink some water.